Tonight, we remember one man and his legacy of joy, something we can all use in these difficult times.
Certainly can. Jeremiah Goodall was a fixture in Cleveland, that's up in Liberty County, before he recently passed away at the age of 79.
He knew everyone's birthday. He helped around the neighborhood, doing the little things like taking garbage cans to the curb. His town is sharing their love. Tonight, we're giving them a chance to do that in their own words.
Jeremiah touched many, many hearts in this town. Jeremiah Goodall did that.
He was just that kind of fella, and he was the kind of guy that everybody loved. I used to cut his hair all the time, and Jeremiah was kind of a special person, you know.
It was just his heart. Everybody knew that Jeremiah, what he did for you, it came from the heart. I'm a graduate of Douglas, and so is Jeremiah. He was a part of the old Douglas. We've lost our other elderly brother. That's what Jeremiah meant to the Carter family. Not only my family, but to most families in this community. He was your brother. He was whatever it is that you needed him to be. He was a servant.
He'd be there before the preacher get to the church, you know. He was just that kind of fella.
Jeremiah was a fixture in this community. And I can truly tell you that Jeremiah is missed and will continue to be missed for years to come.
Mr. Goodall certainly lived up to his name, doing good for others.